Welcome to another edition of Butler's Inventor Playground. Today we're going to take a look at creating the spiral slide in Autodesk Inventor. To begin, we're going to start with orange file in the top left hand corner. Select New from the pull down menu, and then we're going to choose standard.ipt, this one right here, and click Create. Then to begin, we're going to start by clicking on our icon to start a 2D sketch, the drawing with the green plus mark, and place it on our XY plane. Click Front in our World View Cube to zoom out. And now let's take a look at how to begin. You should have your drawing in your packet that looks like this. And to start with, our origin is off here to the side, marked as our origin, that's X0, Y0. And we have these two circles that are going to make the bottom of our spiral slide. The center of that is 20 inches from the origin right here. To do that, we're going to make a straight line from the origin out 20 inches, and that's going to be the end point of that line is the center of these two circles. Okay, to begin, let's start with that 20-inch line. We're going to use our line tool from the Create menu in the ribbon bar. Begin at our origin when we get our green dot. We want this to go out to the right hand side, and we want our degree setting to 0, and we're going to type in our distance of 20 inches. Press enter on the keyboard. The line kind of went off to the side, so we're going to click Front in our World View Cube to zoom all. Press the escape key to let go of our line tool. Next, we're going to get our circles drawn. So if we take a look at our drawing, we have a 22-inch circle for the inside of the slide and a 24-inch circle for the outside of the slide. So let's create those next. We're going to use our circle tool. We're going to start at the end point of that 20-inch line we just created. And we're going to stretch out a circle, and this one is 22 inches for the inside of the slide. Press enter on the keyboard. Still with our circle tool, we're going to get our green dot again on the end point of that 20-inch line. Click. We're going to stretch this one out, and this one we're going to change to 24 inches and press enter on the keyboard. We're going to click Front in our World View Cube to zoom all and get our drawing on the screen. Okay, now press the escape key to let go of your circle tool. Now we're going to take and extend this line, the 20-inch line, going across until it reaches the outside of this circle here. Then we can trim up to take away the upper part of the circles and the parts of the lines that we don't need anymore. To do that, we're going to use two tools. One of them is Extend right here in the Modify section in our ribbon bar. The other one is Trim. First, we're going to extend. We're going to take and extend. You can see that line show up over here when I touch the red line. And when I click that, I'm going to get this error menu that comes up that says it already has a dimension. Let's press cancel on that. And that's showing up because we told the computer, we told Inventor that this line is 20 inches. So in order to extend that line, we need to delete this dimension here. So I'm going to press the escape key to let go of the extend tool that I was holding. I'm going to click my 20-inch dimension and press delete on the keyboard. Now I'm going to get my extend tool again. I'm going to extend that line. Now I'm across to the inside of the circle. I want to extend it again by clicking on the line. And now I'm to the outside of the outermost circle. Press the escape key to let go of the extend tool. And now we're going to trim. Let's take care of the top of our circles first. I want to trim out the top of this circle here and the top of the inside circle. And now I have the line to contend with. So I want the inside between the two circles to get trimmed out and the outside over here towards our origin on the left. Press the escape key. So now I should have the outside bottom arc of the circle, the inside bottom arc of our circle, a skinny line up here at the top on the left hand side and a skinny line up here on the top on the right hand side. So now we have our profile drawn. Let's green check mark, finish sketch. Seems to have went off our screen, but we're not going to worry about that. We know that if we click up by our home view, we click by our world view cube, we click our home view, and that's going to take and show us our drawing. Next, let's take a look at our part, our multi-view drawing. So we have this profile already created, 20 inches out from the origin, and now we want to use a tool called coil, and we're going to coil about the y-axis. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to take a look at. So in our create menu in our ribbon bar, we're going to find coil. It's right here. This menu is going to show up, and with our coil, it already selected our profile. You see it highlighted blue here. If this doesn't automatically highlight blue, you may have to click this shape, the profile, in order to select it. The next thing we need to do is select our axis. So I'm going to select axis, and to do that, I'm going to go over by our origin folder in our model browser. In front of the origin folder, there is a plus mark. We're going to click on the plus mark to expand that. And when I move my mouse over the top of these axes, here's my x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. And you can see when I hover my mouse over the top, it shows what those axes look like. We want to select the y-axis because on our drawing it says coil about the y-axis. So on my part, I want to find my y-axis. You can see it's highlighted when it goes red, and we're going to click that to choose it. Let's go back to our drawing, our multi-view drawing. Our coil type, we want revolution in height with a height of 121 and revolutions of 2.5 for our revolutions. Okay, let's enter that in. So on our menu coming down, we want revolution in height. Click the pull down menu right here. We want to have 2.5 revolutions, and we want to change our height to 121 for our height. Okay. Now before we select OK, let's go home in our world view cube to zoom out to see what's going to happen. So our profile is going to follow this path, 2.5 revolutions to a height of 121 inches, and click OK. That looks awesome, doesn't it? Okay, now let's go and save this part. We're going to go up to the orange file in the top left hand corner. We're going to go down to Save As. We're going to put this into our H drive. Remember, this must say your first initial last name 000, and part 21 is not a good name for this part. We're going to highlight that, and we're going to call this Spiral Slide. Spiral Slide into our H drive, click Save. You can tell we saved it as Spiral Slide because up here in the top it says Spiral Slide. And this is the final part if you're doing them in order that they are in a packet. This is the final part for our playground set. The next time we meet, we're going to be putting our parts together in the assemblies. See you now.